What's up, guys? It's Troy. Hope you're doing fantastic. Today, I want to share with you three things that you can do within the next 90 days to create your very own business. Like, yes, quite literally, to create your own business. Entrepreneurship has been a huge part of my life. In fact, over the last 2 decades, I've created numerous businesses. Some have succeeded, some have not. But overall, it's been a beautiful journey. I've learned a ton, and it's allowed me to create a lifestyle that allows me to take my kids to school every day, to hang out with some friends, to do my hobbies that I really enjoy, and also just do things that I really truly am passionate about. And overall, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still learning, but I'm still creating more every single day. And I just want to share with you some insights that I've learned along the way. For me, the first thing I learned was to be a sponge. I feel like I was pretty lucky because I was a personal trainer early in my career. Like around 19, 20 years old, I started personal training, and I knew that I wanted something different. I didn't want to be the trainer who was always trading his time for money. I wanted to get on top of that thing to, create a solution where I could kind of leverage my time per se. And so I started to look at how could I be the one who owns this type of business, who has trainers who work for them, who teaches the trainers to be successful. And I started asking my clients, because I was lucky, I had clients who were business owners, all kinds of questions. I was just like literally a sponge. I'd ask them, how do you do this? But how about this? And where do you get your business license? And I just ask over and over and over. And I will let you know that you will get a lot of unsolicited advice when you do this. You'll be strongly influenced potentially by their input. And it's important for you to stay true to your true compass, your true north, like the direction and the thing that you want to create, the lifestyle that you want to live. Because I had clients who were like very financially successful. They owned multiple businesses, multiple locations, but they weren't the happiest people. And I knew like that's not necessarily the path for me. I had other clients who actually offered me opportunities to go in business with them, but it wasn't the right type of business for me. It wasn't something I felt like connected or drawn to. I had others that told me I should just do this, just go to school, or just do this thing. But overall, I had to stay true to what I actually wanted to do. And so I allowed myself just to be a sponge, to listen to it all, to filter it all through my own lens and see what felt true for me. So allow yourself to be the sponge. Number two is think to yourself, what can you offer? So, like in the beginning, you may think that you have to have this grandiose idea, right? Like, I have to have this great product. But what I have found is that typically a service is the easiest way to start. So, what's a service? A service is essentially something that you can offer that provides a service to somebody else. It could be something as simple as like cleaning their cars. Or I have a friend who just started a car wash detailing company where he details and cleans cars. Quite easy. It's called a barrier to entry. Like, it's easy to get into that. You don't need a whole lot. You need a pressure washer, some cleaning supplies, and you're literally in business, right? So some things as far as a service go, they have a much lower barrier to entry. The higher barrier to entry typically means there's less people who do it, but it's very expensive to get in there and to do that. That might be more of the product concept where you've created something that's unique, you're looking to patent it, all that kind of stuff. I've also done product-based businesses. I've done service-based businesses. And I don't know, there's not one's not right or wrong. It kind of depends what aligns for you. If you are very passionate about something, like I was with fitness and helping people succeed in their goals, I had a service that I could offer. I had experience where I was successful in this area, and I offered my service to help people be successful in this area as well. So you can start with the service. It can even be as something as, like, if you think about it right now, people are very busy, right? People are always rushing. If you can offer a service to help people save time, like maybe even run errands for them, stuff like that. It's a very simple way to get through that barrier of entry. Like, theoretically, even babysitting is a type of service that you can provide, that you can quite literally create a business out of. From there, you can look into products. A simple way to do product stuff is to do like flip concepts, which I'm sure you're familiar with. If you watch any like Gary Vee stuff, he always talks about flipping. But a beautiful and simple way to start is like eBay and Etsy. And what I would encourage you to do is buy some stuff. The garage selling concept's great, or just things that you have around your house that you want to sell. But like literally just start doing that. Don't worry about the bigger picture yet. Because what it will do, it will cause you to start to learn multiple different concepts. Like, for example, like I mentioned, I've had service-based businesses where alongside I was doing product-based businesses. And what I learned with the product-based businesses is I learned how to ship. So I learned how to like quite literally like ship products, like package them, ship them, on-time delivery, answer customer service questions. That in itself is a whole process and a whole part of a business that you need to learn. It takes skill. And I got better at it. Like over time, like even my star rating went up to like 5 stars, all that stuff. Because I just learned like, okay, what really matters to people? When people make a purchase, they like to get their product fairly quickly. So how can I match that? And then combining that with my service lessons that I was learning, like with service, a lot of time people are initially excited about something like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to train with you. I want to learn this thing from you. But what I learned is over time, they kind of like cool off. And so I learned that I had to keep them engaged. I had to get like an upfront commitment from them. I had to get an investment from them because when they invest into you, now they're going to listen much more carefully. When something's free, people don't really pay attention. But these are all skills, and there's so much more that you learn just by doing. So start literally just doing some stuff, and you'll learn throughout the process how to make pivots. And think of it like this, like you can't make a pivot without momentum. If you're just stopped, you're just changing direction. But if you actually are creating momentum, then you can pivot much easier. And that's how you make the corrections and overall kind of align to what really, really stands out and sticks for you. The last thing to do, is I want you to set up, sorry, I look at my notes real fast. The last thing I want you to do is set a timeline for the next 90 days, but I want you to make 3 different timelines. So each 30 days is going to have its own block, its own segment. And in the first 30 days, I want you to think about concept, all right? So the concept is, what are you going to offer? What kind of service? Where can you offer it? Like what platform? Is it through Etsy? Is it a product you're going to sell? Or is it somewhere you have to go connect with people? Okay, who are those people and what is the service that you're going to connect with? The next 30 days, start to think about the implementation. So as I do this, it's going to look like this. I might need this amount of money. And I'm telling you, don't let money be a barrier. You can quite literally just sell in stuff you have. If you have a service, you don't need much money at all. You don't need the website even first. Social media account would be fine, but literally you making connections and talking to people will be enough. So the 30 days after that, so within the 60-day frame, is how am I going to get this out? How am I going to get the message out and connect with these people? And then from there, the last 30 days is think about like the whole workflow process. Okay, so I've got what I'm going to do, who I need to connect with, and then how the whole process is going to start to work. This last 30 days is usually when we fumble. So when we get close to the goal line, we fumble. Because your brain wants to figure out all the solutions right now. It wants to know the answers right now. And what you'll find is little hiccups, these little areas where you can't quite fill in the gaps. Listen to me. Trust me with this. Do not let that stop you. Keep going. Keep going all the way to the goal line. Don't fumble the ball. Even if you do fumble, keep freaking going. Just go. There will be things that you can't figure out right now. And it's supposed to be like that. The answers I have found will show themselves if you just keep going. So you allow yourself to keep going and you'll get through that goal line. You'll score within 90 days. And I believe you will actually be running a business, some form of business. No, it doesn't matter the size, just some form of business that's allowing you to go deeper into yourself, to learn these processes. And then over time, you can start to really do the thing that you actually want to do. Don't start with a huge vision yet. If you don't have the money for that, if you don't have the support for that, which probably most of you don't, I know I didn't have those types of things. So you just start small, little baby steps. Like my first business, I was personal training. And then I took my concept, how I could build a training department, to another business. So I worked within their business, like training trainers, and so that they could make more money with their trainers. And then from there, I opened my own brick and mortar personal training business. Then I went to an online type of business. But it was like this continual process that I was following, right? But it wasn't like I started here and I wanted to jump all the way to the finish line. I had to go through all the steps to get there. So you allow yourself just to be in process. You're in motion, baby. I love y'all. Hope those 3 steps helped. If you can do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe, and until next time, y'all.